So let us get started with turning this, with putting all of this network information into a group. So the first step is to highlight, well, let us look closely at the modules down here highlighted in red. We can go ahead and disconnect these modules because we pretty much we don't need them anymore. So I'm going to disconnect those modules. These are information relating to when we traced over the character. And over here we have a color card. We don't need the color card in it. So what we can do, I'm not a fan of deleting my modules, so I'm going to move them out of the way down here. So the first step is to highlight the group like this, and you can do one of two things. You can right click, highlight selection, right click, group, try group with composite. Okay, so all right. So what I realize is that grouping with composite, let me undo that again. So there are two types of grouping. So when you highlight your entire network and you right click, you want to go on to group with composite. So I can group selection, which is a regular grouping, but I would say group with composite, because when you group with composite, you notice that the character is still visible over here, and we have everything that is grouped within this group. This is what you call the group. And you realize that it has a different color here. It has an output port, and it has a port which can be pegged as well. This triangle right here is what we use to gain access to the group. So we click on that triangle, and you'll notice that it creates another subset in here, and it gives us access to the group. So if we want to come out of the group, we would click on top in the bottom left corner of your network view. You click on top, and that carries you out of your group. To enter that, notice you're only seeing top here, but once you click on the little triangle over here, it opens up the group, and now you can see that it's showing that you're inside of the group. Let me come back out to show you some more stuff. This triangle here, what it does is that it shows you a preview of what's within this group. And of course, the yellow icon here, what it does is that it actually gives you the option to rename your group. Notice that the group is called view underscore pupil 1 PD. I want to change the name to just view. But that is just the name. That is the name of the character. Let me do that again. Alright. Let me just view hyphen G. Alright. So this is, so I just name it view hyphen G, so that we know that this is the name of the group. We're going to enter it. So let us examine what's happening here. Now, you can see that these modules that were created here that we use to reassign the pivot position. Click on the transform. This is what's keeping the pivot right here. Notice that when we grouped it by group with composite, it kind of created a connection to the main composite here. So in this case, we want to disconnect that, because this red module here shouldn't be having any connection to the composite. Same thing with this, we just click and terminate that one there. There's another one over here as well. We're going to terminate the connection right here as well. Right. So we have that area done. So what I did was to disconnect the write and the display module and just leave the multi-port out. So I'm going to delete these two. So now what we just have a single group that has, so that we can always gain